Imagine having a superpower that allows you to recall any piece of information at will. This might sound like a fantasy, but what if there was a method that could move us closer to this remarkable ability? Today, we delve into the world of active recall techniques, a learning strategy that has been gaining momentum for its effectiveness in cementing information in our brains. Active recall is grounded in the science of memory, a vast field that reveals how our brains encode, store, and retrieve information. At its core, active recall is the process of actively stimulating memory during the learning process. Unlike passive review methods, such as rereading or highlighting, active recall requires a conscious effort to retrieve information, thereby strengthening neural pathways associated with the memory. Consider the difference between strolling through a park and running a marathon. Passive review is akin to that leisurely stroll, a comfortable yet inefficient method for serious learning. In contrast, active recall is the marathon training session that builds endurance and strength. But how does one apply this technique effectively? One popular method is using flashcards. By presenting a question on one side and the answer on the other, flashcards compel you to retrieve information actively. But it's not merely about glancing at cards, it's about testing yourself with intention, repeatedly challenging your brain to pull the answer from the depths of your memory. This repeated retrieval not only reinforces the information, but also highlights areas that need more attention. Another active recall strategy involves self-explanation. This involves teaching back the material you have learned as if you were explaining it to someone else. This process encourages you to process the information deeper, identify gaps in your understanding, and thus solidify the learning in your mind. It's akin to constructing a building. Layer by layer, deeper understanding is laid, ensuring that knowledge is not simply memorized superficially, but woven into a robust framework. Active recall can also be integrated into study practices such as practice testing or spaced repetition. Practice testing, often used in academic settings, involves answering test questions without resorting to notes, thus pushing you to recall information from memory. Spaced repetition, on the other hand, is about timing your reviews wisely. It leverages the spacing effect, a psychological phenomenon where information is better retained when learning sessions are spaced over time rather than crammed all at once. But why should you invest in a challenging method like active recall? Scientific studies underscore its benefits, with evidence suggesting it enhances long-term retention more than passive review techniques. Moreover, it improves metacognitive awareness, allowing learners to better gauge their knowledge and pinpoint learning gaps more accurately. This self-awareness is a powerful tool, leading not only to academic success, but also to greater confidence in one's abilities. In conclusion, active recall is not just a technique. It's a transformative approach to learning. It engages the mind actively, aligns with the natural processes of memory, and most importantly, empowers learners to master new information with efficiency and precision. By integrating active recall into your study habits, you're not just learning for the next test. You're building a foundation for lifelong learning, opening the door to endless possibilities for growth and discovery. Explore this technique, embrace its challenges, and unlock the full potential of your cognitive capabilities.